I think it's time. Hello, everyone. I'm Ken Liu, also from Acme. I'm General Manager of Asia. It's my great honor to be here to share our stories. Acme has been implementing Lean for 20 years globally. It is thousands of Kaizens. The most difficult part of Lean is not achieving results by Kaizen, but how to sustain the results for 20 years or longer. Our lessons learned is that it's all about people, how to develop people during the Lean transformation. Kevin is the next speaker. He is exactly the example of people development during Lean transformation. I worked with him for 7 years since I took over general manager and leading the Lean transformation in Acme, China. He started from an engineer 7 years ago and then VS manager, value stream manager, and then operation general manager. Kevin is going to share a few very interesting stories to present the key of people development. Welcome, Kevin.
Thank you. Thank you, Ken. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. Can you see my screen and hear me? Okay. Hello, I'm Kevin. I'm from China. I'm the operation general manager of Acme China. I'm so glad to join this online summit to share our story. The topic of my speech is employee talent enrichment. Before that, I'd like to briefly introduce our company. We have 4 factories around the world, 3 that we own outright and 1 a joint venture. They are located in United States, China, Brazil, Portugal, and the joint venture is in Portugal. This year is our 8th year in business. In 2000, we expanded the business to China at the request of large clients in America. And after 4 years trading, we built our own factory in Shenzhen City in 2005. Our main business is making precision aluminum and ceramic die casting components. We have no proprietary interest in our products, nor do we own the tooling used to make these custom parts. Our clients entrust the tooling and dies to our care. And when those clients need parts, we make them in quantities, frequency, and the specifications established by the clients. These parts go to assembly line at the large company, such as Jabil, Panatronics, Foxconn, Amazon. Then they are assembled to commodity such as scanner gun, printer, small engine, flow meter, video conference system, and the higher performance router, and so on. Look at the picture of the 2 different factories, but with the same situation. This is the way we run production before Lean. A lot of inventory, a lot of rework, a lot of people, all batches, no flow. There is nothing but waste. You cannot imagine we thrived sometime in that period. It's not caused by the good enough operation, but it profit from the thriving telecom market. We raise our price when our margins lagged. and our clients paid the new price, but the market didn't always agree. With the collapse of the telecom bubble, everything changed. The US business for about 70 after losing the business from the telecom company. We went out to find a new client, but they were not impressed with Acme. The same story happened in China also. We were thriving in the forthcoming economical stimulus plan of the Chinese government started from 2008. Our margin was very nice since customers didn't care the price. All we need to do were overtime work to make enough products. With the 3G telecom market dramatically dropped, we got into trouble and the financial debt go into red immediately. We faced a serious crisis. So the president of this company started the lean transformation. I take this picture from our China factory a few weeks ago. We learn value stream, we learn flow, we learn pull system, and we learn standard work from the lean transformation. I'm so proud to see the changes happen in our lean journey. And now we have more confidence to face the economical depression. Our business purpose are get the clients and the employee happy. How to make them happy? We think customers have quality products, delivery on time with competitive price, they would be happy. And the employee have security and a safety job, learning opportunity, and room for growth, they would be happy also. Lean thinking is our strategy. And hands-on Kaizen is what we do to implement the lean thinking strategy. How do we enrich the employee talent? Let me share some real story happened in our company. It's all about people. This is a story about a driver. We have a driver working in our company more than 10 years. He didn't have any other skill except driving after high school. He's young, and most of his job was pick up customer or delivery products between factory and our surface finish supplier. One day, 4 years ago, we asked him if he want to take more responsibilities, like inspect the products made by supplier are good or not. He said, yes, of course. So we providing training for him to learn customer standards, measuring tools, and English. After 2 years, he can take over the field supplier quality management. Meanwhile, he is still a driver. He can pick up the foreign customer and communicate with them by English. Customer always feel impressive about this young driver who is growing to be an SQE. After 2 more years, system training and familiar with all product standards, he can also support the quality or value stream team. He takes his new job as an assistant quality engineer, and driving become his part-time job. This story is about our HR manager. Our HR manager worked with us more than 15 years. He started as a HR assistant and take 10 years become our HR manager. In our company, this position has no more room to grow up. So we asked him if he want to be a quality besides the HR manager. He said yes, of course. So we arranged him start learning quality systems such as MSA, CPK, SPC, also our ISO procedure. After 1 year training, he can use Minitab to perform quality analysis. And he insists take 1 hour quality gamble work every working day to find problem in the working shop. He becomes one of the best quality engineer who is also an HR manager. One day, our quality manager take over one of the value stream manager since his maternity leave. Then the HR manager smoothly take over the position of quality manager. The HR story can encourage all the employees to learn multiple skills. If the HR can make it, you can make it also. We have a die-casting model technician. He graduated from the technical school and have 10 years model experience. Before he become our project engineer, his work are repairing models, making maintenance for the models, and managing the models. It's all about models, and he is very good at his work. One day in 2 years ago, it's almost the same story. We asked him, if you want to try something different, after all, you are young and have enough energy to do something more. He said, yes, of course. So he started the engineering course, including DFM, quotation, 3D software, and customer drawing, and preparing the PPAP files. He was also learning English to communicate with foreign customers. After 1 year assistant engineering experience, he can follow the new project by himself. And he also gets the trust and the satisfaction from customers. We developed another project engineer from the workshop, which is the front line of our operation. This story is about one of our operators. His name is Frank. He had his English name after he grew up to the project engineer. He started from die-casting operator, but he didn't satisfy the repetitive work. So he was trying to study the principle of the die-casting machine and learning how to calculate the die-casting parameter. Then set up and test the die-casting production. After 3 years study, he became our die-casting technician. All the people like to ask him if they get problem in die-casting process. But he feel boring again after work as a die-casting technician many years. When he knew we have the engineering course, he attended at once. As the assistant engineer at the beginning, he used his die-casting experience to support DFM model design and help the engineer prepare PPAP files. And of course, he needed learning English also. He started to follow the new project by himself after familiar with all procedure of the new project in 2 years. The customer was very impressed with him when they come to factory for the pilot run, since Frank can operate the machine. set up the parameter. They never see any engineer can work at the front line as him ever. Meanwhile, die casting technicians are still his job, his part-time job. People still like to ask him if there is something wrong in the die casting process. This is my story. I joined Acme in 2007 when I graduated from university. After 1 year intern, I became an assistant engineer. I was familiar with the ISO procedure and making prepared files and drawing in the intern 3 years. From 2012, I grew up to the program engineer. This position in our company gives you contact with customer about the products, DFM, IFQ, tooling design. You like a team leader who needs to manage the whole APQP procedure and assign tasks to the team member. Also, you can be familiar with all the process from the raw material to customers' products. After 5 years program engineer experience, I was worked up to the VS manager from 2017. VS means value stream, and we have 2 value streams in this factory. And in this period, I was responsible for the VS operation, including safety, quality, delivery, and cost. We call VS manager facilitator also. So I need to coordinate resources such as people, equipment, and planning with the VS team and support team. Also sometimes with customers. Meanwhile, I needed to develop new customer and new project. From the beginning of this year, I was promoted to the general manager in charge of the whole operation of the company, including managing the hosting Kaizen, developing people, investment plan. In my career experience, I need to say thanks to so much people. But the most important thing is we have an open and fair mechanism to enrich employee talent. So they have opportunity to learn more and enough room for their grow up. I have some summary of my speech. In the operation, expose problem is our culture. Since problem is a good opportunity to start Kaizen. Kaizen is our daily work, and we training people by different kinds of Kaizen activities. This Kaizen comes from customer, housing plan, daily gamble work, and sometimes from the government about the safety and the environment. True respect is not that the employee feel comfortable. True respect is providing the opportunity and room for employees to grow up and support themselves in the daily work to develop the company and themselves together. We are a small manufacturing company at the edge of the big city. Most of our employees come from rural area. We didn't get too much education. So we start the engineering course and it's open to everyone who want to learn more. Like the school education, you must get the qualification if you attend the first class. And the annual KPI will be set critical effect if they drop out. But if they graduate, they will get promotion. Our purpose is to develop more and more engineers. That's why the story I share about are all about engineer developing. Of course, the engineer story are also come from our engineering school. Value stream organization is very different from the department organization. We build it when we have in trouble for our business. Just as its name implies, value stream requires the value stream in the organization. It's a horizontal structure, and there are no barrier between each team. It's also a wonderful platform for people and the information flow. The employee talent in this structure will be more easier to be enriched. How to sustain results from lean transformation is all about people. If we can develop our people during lean transformation, the result come naturally. Most of Acme employees join us when they were young and single. They worked in Acme, then in Acme. Some people marry in Acme and have their family in Acme. The life grow up together with the vocation capability are what we expected. Thanks everyone for being here to join my speech. Anything you want to discuss more about developing people, about Lean, please contact us and welcome to visit us. That's all. Thank you again.
Thank you, Kevin. It's a very interesting story that sharing people development this way, because talking about developing people is very easy.
Yes.
But if we really want to develop the people from the Gemba, from the technician, from the operator to the technician, that's a really, really difficult job. That's how I can understand why you can sustain for 20 years and now keep improving every day. So because we still have some time, I got a few questions to talk to you.
Okay.
So when we're talking about people development, like when you develop people, right? What if the people left? Then will be a big problem, right? So I'm curious that what's the turnover rate in Shenzhen in your factory for this 5 or 7 years?
We have about 130 staff in this factory. In the past 5 years, the turnover rate was less than 1% for the office staff.
Wow.
And and about 5% for the frontline staff. Most of our employees worked here more than 10 years. And last year, we have a staff retired, since he's also the first one who retired from our company. Yeah. So before he left, we celebrate a party for him. So he left us with a happy and a smile face.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Happy customer, happy employees, right? Happy employees is a good product, and to make our customer happy, then the results sustain. And the other one is that, we are talking about how do we encourage people to learn and grow? Is that about bonus, giving higher salary, or what's the leverage you are using to encourage the people?
Yes, of course. Bonus is one of the important way to encourage people. We have a special reward from the general manager every year to incite employee who grew up excellent.
Wow.
And we also encourage people to get more education and academic degree. And the company will pay half of the tuition if they graduate. Yeah, from two aspects. Yeah.
It sounds like you are not running a factory. You are running a school, right?
Yeah, so good to develop our people, our employee.
Okay, so when we are talking about value stream organization structure, right? I'm very interested that Acme Shenzhen, Acme globally has the horizontal value stream structures, right? It's not usual. It's not often to see. So, in your experience, what's the most difficult part to transform from the traditional department structure to the horizontal value stream organization structure?
Firstly, I want to say it's difficult, really. And the change the thinking of the employee is the most difficult part, I think. Yeah. Some position of our company have disappeared when we transfer the value stream organization. Some management people feel depressed since the new structure will remove the manager title. And they need to do more real work.
Wow.
Yeah. So they cannot accept the changes. Then they choose to leave.
Okay.
Yeah, we feel helpless at that period. But we must go ahead since we need to survive.
Yes.
Fortunately, most of the people choose to stay with us to adapt the new organization. To
Like
do
you, right?
Kaizen. Yeah.
You choose to stay, right?
Yeah. I still stay for 15 years. Yeah, we stay here to do Kaizen, to work hard, to create the new stage of our company. And the truth is, we become more and more better after we transform our organization. So it's good for us to make this decision now.
Oh, very interesting and impressive sharing, Kevin. Thank you very much. I think it's almost time. And
Okay.
thank you all. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. Thank you all for being here.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. See you.
Bye. Ciao, ciao. Auf
Bye bye.
Wiedersehen. Sayonara.